Kill Bill is here at last. It's been 6 years since your last movie.
Yes, it has been.
That's a long time. What took you
so
long?
One big Kill Bill year in that 6 years.
Yeah, okay. But why so long between films? I've been kind of, you know, very, very upset waiting for the next one.
Well, did I deliver?
You did deliver, yes. Kill Bill, I so enjoyed.
Was it worth the wait?
Yeah, it was worth the wait. It's not the point. Couldn't you have given it to me 3 years ago?
Okay, here's the thing. What actually ended up happening was, you know, I started writing. All right, so I was gonna do this World War II film next.
That's right? Inglourious Basterds.
Inglourious Basterds.
Okay. When's that
coming out? He knows the
out?
movies I haven't even done yet.
But I have to file them with the ones David Lynch never made because I don't know if you're going to get round to them.
So I started writing Inglourious Basterds, and it was going on for a while and stuff. And then I started writing Kill Bill. So basically what I was doing at that time is I was writing. I'm going to do Inglourious Basterds next.
So you were stocking up. So you have a finished script now to move on to...
Oh, yeah, I got actually, I ended up writing two war scripts, actually. So the thing, I mean, you have to remember, it's, you know, I'm partly known because I'm a writer and stuff. And you remember when I came out with Reservoir Dogs, True Romance was already written, Natural Born Killers was already written, From Dusk Till Dawn was already written, and lo and behold, they all got made. Yeah. So the thing is now, I'm like, that's what I do. I went out, wrote, you don't write on talk shows, you go and write by yourself, and then now I'm like back in business again.
So we've got to finish Kill Bill 2, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but that's more or less done, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 40% edited, you know, so I got to go and finish the second half of the process.
Now, is making movies for you, is it actually a fun experience or is it a torturous process?
No, it's a blast, man. I love it. And you know, I got to tell you, 6 years was too long. No doubt about it, all right? But I'm never going to be one of those guys who does a movie every year and a half or every year or something. You know, 2.5 years sounds like a good thing. But there's a reason for that. It's because I never wanted to be a job. I always wanted to, like, you know, how many times have we watched a director's career and, like, those first 20 years, man, they rock and roll, all right? But those second 20 years, nah, it's a little dodgy, all right?
Spielberg! Lucas! Fellini! No, he was okay.
He was okay. Well, the clown shit got a little bit too much for me. But, you know, but there is a thing about that in those last 10 years. Yeah. Forget about it, all right? Yeah. And so the thing about it is, I never want that to happen. Every time I'm making a movie, I want the fans, and when I'm saying the fans, I'm not talking about the fans even who are here right now. I'm talking about when I'm dead and gone, all right? Like the way I'm a fan of, say, Howard Hawks. When I'm dead and gone, and some 16-year-old kid finds my work, and like, who the hell is this guy? Wow, this guy rock and rolls. Let me see what else he's done. I never want to disappoint him. Yeah. I always want it to mean everything to me, like I'd die for it.
But you know, did you, because to the casual observer, it looked to me like, because Jackie Brown came out, which I really liked Jackie Brown. It didn't feel like a Tarantino movie in the way that the other two did.
All right, you know, there was a thing about it. I had no intention of trying to top Pulp Fiction. I wanted to go underneath it. Yeah. And the thing is, you know, it's like, I'm not a rock star. I don't just have to make one hot rock record after the other with each one topping the last. This is a long career. And the thing about Jackie Brown is I didn't really make that for the Friday it opened. I made that so if you liked it, for the whole rest of your life, you become kind of friends with those people. And anytime you want to flip it in, you can watch it and have a good time, and it's all good.
How many movies do you watch? How often do you watch films? When you're not directing, say, when you're not working for like that, how many movies a week do you consume?
I see a lot. And, you know, but you see, I think that's honorable.
How many?
A lot. You know, I don't know, a bunch. I never.
What's it? You can't count? What's going on here? I'll help you. How many a day?
Okay.
4? 3 a day?
No,
2 a day?
probably not 4 or 3.
2 a day.
You know, but yeah.
14, 15 a week.
If I'm not doing.
One more on Sunday.
If I'm not doing anything
Friday,
out on the town or anything.
Well, let's get a figure
like
here. How are we going now? 16?
No. I was like, I'd say about like. With nothing to do at home, I will easily watch 2 to 3 movies.
Okay, a day. So that's 2 to 3 a day. So it's about 20, 21 a week. That took a long time to get that small gem out. I was just
well, you did have to yank it out. I had to think about it.
Why were you reluctant there?
Well, because for instance, I have like all kinds of collections. I never count them, all right? It's just to highlight your obsessiveness, all right? My obsessiveness doesn't need to be highlighted, all right? Okay. It's right there.
You know it, and you don't really want to dwell on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm almost rather not know.
Now, here's something. I know you see movies which many of us would dismiss. Yeah. Many of us would not bother going to see, and you will go and see.
But not you, though. You actually are semi-like-minded.
Yes, I'm abnormal, like you. But both of us, let's face it, both of us led terrible childhoods. You had the silly name, I had the silly speech impediment.
Yes. Silly name.
Quentin?
In America, no one's ever heard of the name before. You know, they dig on it there.
Let's talk about some of the movies, though, that I know you've seen, you've enjoyed. I'd like to show you a clip of this film. Now, this was a film which many people will never have heard of, many people will not go and see. What I'm curious about is when you see a movie like the one we look at now, are you influenced by every film of this type? What do you find in movies which we would consider bad films? You know, the acting isn't really as good as top quality professional acting, the direction isn't particularly interesting or stick. The script writing, you know, you kind of know what they're trying to do, but it doesn't...
Well, that's what you're making a lot of judgment calls here. Maybe I might feel differently about it.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. OK, let's have a look. This is a Rudy Ray Moore film called Disco Godfather. Which I know you paid to go and see.
Oh, yes, I did. The Hawthorne 6, I remember, yes.
But you must have been one of the few people who did actually pay to see
Actually, you know what? This has only maybe happened twice in my lifetime. When I bought a ticket to see that movie, the person at the box office said, no, you don't want to go see it. You don't want to go see it. All right? And I go, no, I want to go see it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Okay, well, when you can't stand it, I'll give you a ticket to another movie. I sat through it twice.
OK. This was from 78, 79, something like that, I think.
Is a godfather of the disco.
Bad things happening, Bob. Things that could even knock out the whole next generation.
Angel dust. Have you heard of that?
It's death on an angel.
Do you like my angel dust, Mr. Tucker? Sweet dreams.
OK, I take it back. It's a masterpiece.
Hey, Rudy Ray Moore, if you crave satisfaction, this is where you can find that kind of action. Come into this theater as its next attraction. Is the movie so damn bad, it's gonna put you in traction.
How are there enough hours in the day for you to absorb all this stuff?
You don't talk to me like you don't know, all right?
Well, I pretend...
Don't act like a civilian all of a sudden.
I pretend I spend time with my family. Now, there are so many references in the new movie Kill Bill, a lot of which people will get, a lot of which they necessarily won't, I would have thought. Right. One is the poster, which we have. Can we put the poster up? It says, it's a roaring rampage of revenge. Now...
Now, you gotta say it.
Yeah, I
like
review
Adolf
movies.
Caesar said it in the play, a roaring rampage of revenge.
I can't say it that way. Don't you understand? It's a roaring
Rated R.
Yeah, I can't. Now, you see, the outfit that Uma Thurman wears in it is in itself a cinematic reference that some of you will know, of course, others of you will not. Those of you who are fans or admirers of the legendary Bruce Lee will remember that his unfinished masterpiece, the movie he was working on when he died under tragic, some still believe mysterious circumstances. He wears the outfit in Game of Death, which is a fabulous
There you go,
outfit.
right there.
Now, you're referencing that in the movie.
Yeah.
Now,
well, that, when it comes to martial arts movies, that's actually one of the most iconic images of the entire genre.
what a great suit.
Yeah.
Now, for years, I've loved that suit as well. Yeah. And a year and a half ago, before I even knew you were making Kill Bill, for a surprise birthday present for me for my 41st birthday, my wife had one of those suits made for me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, now I am doing the washing up in it. That's my suit. That's what I'm wearing to the premiere of Kill Bill.
All righty. Are you really serious?
Yes.
Oh, man, you rock.
Thank you. Well, I am relaxing with the children. And it's comfortable in all circumstances. We have piano lessons. There you go, look.
There you go.
Look, now, I want to ask something about that picture. I'm doing the washing there. See the top I'm holding?
Yeah.
Does that go with the blacks or the whites? You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
Where does it go? Because if it was in with the blacks, then the white would be black already. But if I put it with the white, the black might bleed into the other
I think if they have white, that means the black won't bleed.
Well, I could put it in with the whites.
Yes, you put it in with the whites.
Quality solved. The only problem with that suit is, see, mine's the real one because Uma, you cheat in the movie. Uma, you've made it into a top and trousers.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, I made it a little bit more flattering to a woman.
I understand, and also a bit easier to use. For example, when I got the toilet, look at what we have to do here. Not that one. There you go. I have to take it right down. It unzips.
Yeah, we had a movie to make. All right? I didn't have time for her to go through a production every time she went to the can.
And if Uma wants a copy of that photograph later on, I can let her have one. Daryl Hannah's in the film. And we should talk about this because this is another example of you casting someone in a film who many people would probably think, well, not being unkind, but she's kind of not A-list anymore. Maybe I won't put her in a big movie. And yet you seem, when you hired Travolta, of course, he was kind of washed up, really, and you put him back on top. So I want to ask you about that casting. What do you see in these people? What, do you deliberately say, here's someone who I think was great, could be great again, or is it luck of the draw?
Well, I mean, I don't really think that that's necessarily the case with Daryl. I mean, you know, she wasn't starring in Armageddon, but goody for her, all right? That was a good thing. But the thing about it is, you know, it is a situation, you know, with Daryl where, you know, she was really big all throughout the 80s and everything. And then when the 90s came, all of a sudden, she became one of our best character actors. She works all the time. There's all these fantastic independent movies. And think about it. In the 80s, when she was a big star, she actually got a short shrift as a star because she was, all the roles that there were girlfriend roles. Yeah. And that's all she played. Yeah. Now she stars in all these independent movies and she plays the characters that she never got a chance to play before.
Okay, so how do you think you can take anyone, pluck them and say, okay, we can make that guy work again? Is that something?
Well, I have to have passion for them. I have to think they're a very talented actor. That's one. But most importantly, it's not like I sit around and even though it maybe seem like that it's becoming this persona thing that I sit around and who am I going to take from 70s television this time and put them in movies. The bottom line is I think I cast really well.
I've got an actor here. He's not getting much work over here. Les Dennis. Could you do anything with him for me? I see him as a ruthless killer.
Ruthless, yes.
Uma Thurman. We had her on the show a minute ago. I think she was coming on to me. Now, here's the thing. You get on very well with her. You wrote that role for her, presumably.
Well, no, she wrote it. All right.
And
she directed it, too.
And directed, I heard. But you wrote that for her. Now, could you have made that film without her? Did you really need her for the part? Is she kind of like your muse to that extent? That you?
Yeah, well, definitely when it comes to this movie, that's for sure. No, I mean, it would have been an exercise in futility to make it with anybody but her. I mean, I just wouldn't have done it. I mean, if Mr. Thurman hadn't met Mrs. Thurman, there'd be no Kill Bill.
I can see that because very rarely do you see a film and you think, I can't imagine anyone else in the world, and you can't imagine.
Well, you know, my feeling about the whole thing was when I got...
Hold it a second. Do that one more time. You filthy minx. I've got to ask you something else. Here's the thing you wouldn't think about Quentin Tarantino. He is a huge fan of Simon Cowell. True or false?
It is true, actually,
That's quite sad.
No, I got to tell you. It's like I watched American Idol in America, and he was...
Thanks for that.
And I got to tell you, I didn't want to watch that show. I didn't see the whole first one. I was doing Kill Bill. All right, the second one came on. I had no desire to watch that stupid ass shit. And the thing is, I have all these black friends, and we would get together every week, all right, and watch American Idol. And Paula Abdul would come out and kiss their ass, and the other guy in the show, Randy, would come out and go, yo, dog, and kiss their ass, and then Simon would come on. And it was just all my black friends like, oh, there's Simon, keeping it real, keeping it real.
I can only hope one day we get to see the American Idol movie directed by Quentin Tarantino. Give Simon a sword, he can chop their limbs off if they don't sing well. We have a clip of you meeting Simon Cowell.
Oh, my God.
And you look like a big girl.
Oh, shut
Look at this.
It's the man right here. How are you?
Oh, it's very good to meet you.
It's the man right here. It's the man.
He's actually a good critic, because a lot of times you'll watch it and you're like, oh, there's something off, but I really liked it, and then bang, he gets exactly what was off on it. Oh, wow, that was really good. And like everybody I know who watches the show, they're all like, yeah, Simon's always right. He's always right.
He is always right there. That's what
it is.
It's been really lovely having you on the show.
Oh, it's been wonderful, man. And you've been backing me since the very beginning. I really appreciate it.
Well, that's completely unnecessary to say so because I haven't. I'll be honest with you, I haven't actually seen any of your films.